question that some people may not be willing to answer, but I think it needs to be answered and addressed. Does lying help you in business? I'm totally serious on this because I think we need to address this and explore it. In my experience, what I've seen, if you are trying to pump up the price of a stock, you could call people and lie to them about how it's going to go up, and then you could benefit from that by buying low and selling high. Now, is that ethical? No. In fact, it's illegal to do that. But does that help you make money in business by lying? If I lied to you about a stock and it went up, you bought in, and then it goes up, and then I sell, but I lie to you to buy more because I benefit from a commission on that. Or I lie to you about the condition of a car that I'm selling a car. Oh yeah, it's got no problems at all. Does it help you make more money to lie through your teeth to people in business? Or it could be as simple as, you just had a fight with your wife, but you're then showing that everything's perfect in your life and nothing goes wrong, and you say, yeah, we've never fought in our entire life, we've never had any issues. Is that facade that you're trying to create, does it benefit you to lie through your teeth to get people to like you more? I'm so serious here. And you got to answer this, because when you reach a certain level of success, when you reach a certain level in the marketplace, you come face to face with the temptation of fabricating a story to get people to buy into you more. And so you have to address this inside of yourself. To be perfectly honest, I do not believe that it helps you. Can it make you more money? Possibly. It could. I'd be lying to say it wouldn't, right? In certain situations, if I lied to you and told you, yes, I can make you $1 million doing this, and I showed you fake case studies of fake people and lied to you about what I could do that I have no experience in doing, and then you bought into it, did that lying help me make more money? Well, if I had done that, it would. If I do that, that does make me more money, but does that help you in business? That's the question I want to ask you. See, here's the thing. You can't get away with it for very long. People will see through it. They will expose you. The world is designed to expose liars and people that fabricate and make up stories and pretend things. And so can it make you more money temporarily? Sure. But at the sacrifice of your integrity, your reputation, what other people think about you. And I really think that this is the one area we should be concerned if what people think about us. Are we a liar or not? Now, sure, somebody could be baselessly accusing you of lying with no evidence. I wouldn't worry about them. I get those all the time myself. People accuse me of all kinds of stuff in the comments, being a scammer and what you name it. But nobody who's ever actually done business with me has ever said that, which is awesome. And I prefer the opinions of the people that do business with me over the randoms that are on the internet. And so lying, short term, it can make you economically have a benefit for a tiny period of time. But long term, it's going to ruin your opportunities. You're going to have to move to a different town. You're going to have to build a new market. Nobody's going to believe in you because they're tired of getting scammed, and they're going to make sure that you don't scam anybody else. And so in the long run, scamming people and lying to them does not work. It does not produce results in business. It does not help you. And we have to look at this. What brings in money isn't always helpful in business. Just because it gets you approved by people, maybe you created a false narrative about yourself because it gets people to buy more into it. People would rather buy from authentic, real, genuine people that are telling the truth, that are not sharing fabricated stories. In fact, I've sold used cars for more money by disclosing what's been wrong with a car. I actually sold a car recently for probably about $2,000 over book price because it was a unique color and a unique style that was hard to find. There were only two in the country that you could find. And I'm about to sell another car that's very similar to that. I like unique vehicles. as you can tell. And so, but I disclosed, hey, there's an issue here. This happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. And so then the guy who came to bought it, he actually verified all the issues. He found them. He's like, yeah, you literally disclosed all the issues. He's like, I trust this car more because you disclosed what was wrong and what you did with it than just some random person saying that everything was perfect. Literally word for word what the guy told me is he told me that when we were at the bank doing the transaction. He's like, you hear people, they're like, oh yeah, the car's perfect, no issues. And you know that they're lying. And so it serves a benefit to actually fully disclose the issues, the problems. To fully disclose, hey, this may be a problem down the road. Hey, the radiator might need you to fill it up a little bit because there was a crack in it. And we sealed it, but sometimes it evaporates in hot weather. See? Instead of lying and they're stranded by the road because there's no water in the radiator. That's just one example of that. That's just one example of how honesty can actually help you make more money when you would think that it might not. And so lying to people, there is no reason, there's no excuse, there's no time where you should do it in business. And I see people do it all the time because they're afraid that if they told the truth, they wouldn't be safe, they wouldn't get what they want, or they wouldn't be liked or accepted and would possibly be rejected. These are usually the reasons people come up with and don't say what they're really thinking. And another name for this, not always, but sometimes, is people pleasing. We're manipulating the narrative. We're manipulating the story to say what other people want to hear from us. Now, in some sense, yeah, if I'm just straight to you, and you're like, we got to have an emotional connection. We're not robots. I'm not talking about being robots at all. You have to connect with people. And there's a way to say things to different people that helps them understand you better. That's wisdom. But the other side is if we are afraid of people not liking us, it's all about the fear of rejection. It's all about the fear of other people possibly rejecting us that causes this to happen. And so we adjust things just enough because if we don't show this, maybe they won't reject us. If I don't tell you about how the radiator runs out of water, maybe you'll buy the car better. No, that actually the guy bought the car because I told him, hey, the radiator had an issue. He's like, great, I'll give you more money because I feel like you have integrity than the person who's selling it for $1,000 less that says there's no issues with their car. Literally what the guy said. And I hear that often in business from people. People would rather work with truth and certainty and what they can trust than just what looks good, what sounds good, what sounds appealing, what sounds like it's success. Unfortunately, on the internet, there's a lot of people that lie. There's a lot of people that cheat. There's a lot of people that scam people, and they're not honest. They say, oh yeah, I can write your copy. I've had XYZ success, and yet they've never written a successful campaign. Oh yeah, I'm getting 100 clients a month, and they haven't even gotten 2 clients. You get what I'm saying here? And so we have to have integrity when we talk, when we communicate, when we connect with people. We have to stop being worried of, are they going to like me, or is their rejection going to get them to not buy from me, and being afraid of that and fabricating the narrative just so other people don't reject us. Listen, those people that reject you, I get them all the time. Had one last week. They didn't like it. They didn't like what I had to say. They didn't like working with me. For whatever reason, they didn't feel comfortable. Great. Awesome. Peace out. And it opened up a door for an opportunity for an even better client this week that I found, which is incredible. This is in my consulting practice. What does honesty do for you? What would it do for your business? Let's flip the question. Does lying help you in your business? What would being more honest about your situation do for your business? What would being honest about the fact that, hey, maybe I'm struggling. Maybe taking care of these kids is harder to build a business than I thought it was. Maybe my spouse isn't so supportive of me and it gets in my head and I want to please them and make them happy. And so I'm using them as an excuse to not build my business. By the way, I get that one. What about I'm afraid of what my family members are going to think if I start promoting this product and service, and they're going to be like, yeah, but I knew you when. I knew you when you didn't do that. Or you want to put your music out there. I got a lot of musicians and singers and songwriters that follow me. Oh, I knew you when you could barely sing. Who do you think you are? And that's the language that comes into our mind. Who do you think you are? That convinces us to say, oh, maybe I should fabricate this. Maybe I shouldn't be honest. It's actually just better to be honest about where you are in the process, because it opens up opportunity for mentorship, for guidance, for you finding the right path. I believe that we're all on a journey in life. We're all on a journey to reach our goals, whether it be in business, whether it be in the arts, whatever it is that we're doing. And we're on a path. We're on a journey every day. And you will get to that journey quicker by being honest and truthful with yourself and other people, both when you succeed and when you fail. Don't be afraid to promote yourself. Put it out there and be excited about it. Don't be afraid of what other people think and how they're going to judge you or whether they're going to accept or reject you. Just focus on the plan and the process. In the process is where the magic happens. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Staying consistent every single day. What's the next step? What's the next step that I have to do on this journey? What's the next step to get my music out there? What's the next step to get 1,000 leads on my email list? What's the next step to make $10,000 this month in sales in my business, or commissions, or whatever it is? Or, you know, if you do services in service packages, whatever your thing is, what's the next step and what is stopping me from doing that? First, get honest with yourself about that. And then you operate from a place that attracts clients from that authenticity, instead of trying to operate from a place of, I hope I could convince people to buy from me. You do whatever that next step is that you know that you need to do, and that is what's going to bring in more business for you, instead of overthinking and overanalyzing. How can I make sure that I don't mess this up? How can I make sure that they don't reject me? How do I need to fabricate my story and my narrative to get people to like me? You just stay consistent in the process, and that develops results. Who's going to stick with the process this week? Let me know in the comments. We'll talk soon, everybody. Have a good one.